How will Iran respond to the strike on its nuclear facilities? The fate of West Asia may depend on that answer. Tehran has issued a clear warning. It says it reserves the right to respond at a time and place of its choosing.
In accordance with the UN Charter and its provisions allowing a legitimate response in self-defense, Iran reserves all options to defend its security, interests, and people.
What form might that response take? Iran's options span three fronts: military, nuclear, and diplomatic. We begin with the military front. Here, Iran's response is already underway. Hours after the US strike, Iran launched missiles at Israel.
Why?
Meanwhile, threats have also been issued on state television. Iranian commentators say the US has crossed a line, and targeting American bases is justified now.
From this point on, Iran recognizes no red lines. The Islamic Republic of Iran now considers all U.S. military bases in the region and all 40,000 to 50,000 American military personnel stationed here as legitimate targets for military strikes and the killing of U.S. soldiers.
A strike on U.S. military forces would mark a major escalation. Iran says it has the firepower to do so, but experts warn such a move is extremely dangerous. Now, American forces have a wide footprint in the Gulf. About 50,000 troops are stationed across the region. They are in countries like Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, the UAE, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. These countries host U.S. bases. Iran has two options. It could launch direct strikes or use its proxies to do the same. The Houthis in Yemen could play a role here. Just yesterday, they issued a threat. They said if the U.S. entered this war, American ships in the Red Sea could be attacked.
In the event of U.S. involvement in the attack and aggression against Iran, alongside the Israeli enemy, the Yemeni, Houthi, armed forces will target its ships and warships in the Red Sea.
Iran may also opt for low-intensity strikes. This would reduce the risk of triggering total war. Next, the nuclear front. Trump says he has obliterated Iran's nuclear facilities. But Tehran has struck a defiant tone. It says nuclear material from these sites was moved out before. Today, Iran's Atomic Energy Organization issued a statement. It said the nuclear program would continue and that thousands of scientists would keep it alive. What about Iran's nuclear facilities? The extent of the damage is still unclear, but Iran's position is not. It has no plans to scale back its program. In fact, it may even expand it. Finally, let's talk about the third front. That's diplomacy. Can Iran use oil routes to gain leverage? Iran's foreign minister was asked a question today. Will Tehran consider closing the Strait of Hormuz? He did not rule it out. Some claims are doing the rounds. We haven't been able to verify this. Reports from Tehran suggest the Iranian parliament has agreed to close the Strait of Hormuz, but the final decision rests with Iran's Supreme National Security Council, and we are still waiting for an official statement from Tehran. Now, blocking the strait would have global consequences. It would disrupt oil exports and pressure markets worldwide. Around 20% of global oil supply passes through this waterway. If the strait is blocked, the flow of oil would drop and prices would rise. Iran is also trying to build diplomatic support. Tehran says it remains engaged with several governments. Iran's foreign minister is engaging Russia.
Meeting with President Putin tomorrow morning. Russia is a friend of Iran, and we enjoy a strategic partnership.
And Iran's president called the Indian Prime Minister today. Masoud Pezeshkian briefed Prime Minister Modi. The call lasted 45 minutes. Pezeshkian thanked India for supporting dialogue and de-escalation and called India a partner for regional stability. The message from Tehran is clear. It is seeking support while preparing for escalation. The next few days will be crucial for Iran and for the future of West Asia.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.